Today's workout is going to be different than anything we've ever done before, and it is a lot of fun. First, it's a team workout, and second, it's going to include swimming. Just because it includes swimming does not mean that we're not going to lift weights. We're going to do thrusters, medicine ball throws, and kettlebells. Then we're going to swim about 150 yards, and we're going to do this as a team and see who's going to win. Stay tuned for a team workout, including swimming, right after this.
Go!
I'm looking for something different to do today to try to build community spirit and also just do what we call a field trip here at the RL. Let's get out of the gym and go do something different. So I decided we were going to do a team workout. And I wanted to incorporate swimming because the weather's beautiful and it's warm, and that's something that we don't do a lot. So I made 2 phone calls, and I called Get Built Chattanooga CrossFit and CrossFit Brigade, the other 2 CrossFit gyms, and I asked them if they'd like to participate in this and bring a 4-person team to this event, and let's have what we call a throwdown. And a throwdown is just a very, low-key little fitness competition. So we got the swim area. We're going to do all the swimming within the swim area. We have these stations set up. So we have 6 4-man teams, and I think everybody's here. Has everybody got all the members of their team?
Almost.
I'm hoping. We're missing one on our side. That'll be fine. So the first station is swimming, and you're gonna get your team in 4 and have one person delegated as the swimmer first. Everybody's going to do every exercise. We selected captains, and the captains were Alan, Will Hunt, Patrick St. Charles, and myself. Each team was tasked with coming up with a theme. Of course, Alan chose the Rat Fink because that's the name of his bicycle that he likes to ride into the garage every morning.
It's going to be awesome.
We're the dark horse team.
It's going to be so awesome.
Dark horse. We probably got the longest odds, so I'd put some money on us. Really? As people watching at home.
I told them, look, I just want to do something simple. Let's be Team Blue. So everybody wears something blue. Then Patrick St. Charles, we're going to call them Team Tri because Patrick's a triathlete that's recently converted over to CrossFit to try to help his triathlon time. I think it's really working for him.
I kind of come from a swimming, triathlon, water polo background, so that's my strong suit. I'm hoping the other guys can make up the distance on the weights.
Will Hunt, on the other hand, he decides that he needs to be a little more funny, flamboyant, whatever you might call it. He's Team Speedo.
The camera seems to be drawn to me. I can't figure out why.
Well,
did they not have one that said flirt on the back?
Or juicy. Everyone like the first.
Now, it's one thing to just have 4 of our own teams. Everything is familiar. Everybody knows one another. But throwing 2 other teams into the mix was really interesting because I think all of a sudden, we raised the bar. Now it's a competitive thing. We don't want to just go out there and get smoked by any other team.
Yeah, we just opened CrossFit Brigade in Chattanooga, the 2nd affiliate in town.
She and I own the Get Built Chattanooga CrossFit affiliate. So
the best.
Katrina's a workout.
Affiliate.
She's a workout girl and a muscle wife. She's tough. Look at those guns. Hey, muscle wife. Come here, muscle wife.
Your swimmer's going to take off, and when your swimmer takes off, swimmer's going to go down these center stairs, touch the yellow marker right there, and then swim all the way to the end of the swim area. They'll exit the water and come back to where their team is.
The only time I've really ever swum competitively before, I did a triathlon.
and the little safety swimmers were like, don't drown, and just followed me along, making sure I didn't drown. It was pretty sad, but yeah, swim was hardest for me.
I've never swam for like exercise or whatever, so I asked my 11-year-old daughter who's on swim team, I said, I'm gonna be swimming in the lake tomorrow. You got any advice for me? And she said, yeah, you've got to wear a colored swim cap. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'm thinking I'm bald, you know, what's she mean? And I walked away and I think she meant so they could find my body in the lake, so.
So this provided an incredibly different stimulus, and also, you know, you get off of those kettlebell swings and you take a sprint to the water, you're already out of shape. How do you react when you go into the water and you're already breathing hard?
That was rough.
It's really tough. If you're not a swimmer, this is going to be a really tough round for you.
I'm hurting. After the first round of the swim, totally different. Whew. Wow. Yeah. Holy cow. Good thing I got the Speedo power on.
Each of the rest of the team members have to move this ball any way, shape, or form. Throw it, kick it, move it, I don't care how you do it, from that cone to the sidewalk, up onto the sidewalk, and past the cone 15 times. Come on, Daniel, good job. While they're doing that, the next person is doing 20 thrusters with 95 pounds for men, 65 pounds for women.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. You do?
The thruster is where you're gonna take the barbell in a front squat position. You're gonna squat down to where your hip goes below your knee, and then you're gonna push up overhead and end up in a press position, full lockout.
That's it, Ellie.
Good job.
Let's go, Ellie.
I think the hardest one for me is the thrusters. Gets my heart rate up, gets me real winded, and makes it harder for that next rotation after that.
I'm sucking wind, baby. Big time, and these are my hardest thing. 5 sets of 5.
After the 20 thrusters, you gotta move right on to the kettlebell swings and do 25 of those. And the kettlebell swing is a challenging movement. You've got to put that kettlebell down between your legs and throw it up overhead and do that 25 times.
I think we had a defective kettlebell over there, so that slowed us down a little bit. I think it was like 10 pounds heavier than everybody else's, but.
You know what's gonna suck?
What's that?
Round 2 is gonna suck. Round 1, okay.
How many rounds are there?
You end up doing most things twice, you do one thing 3 times. So it's just very shoulder intensive, these two back to back.
So we get all 6 stations set up, and I give the standards to all 6 of the teams. Now I'm going to give everybody about 3 or 4 minutes to warm up, and it's going to be time to hit the water.
All right, get ready. Right here, right here.
Down, down, down.
3, 2, 1, go!
I definitely noticed a difference with Progenics. The biggest things I noticed was, one, I wasn't quite as sore the next day, and I just felt more fresh for the next workout. And it just makes your next workout more productive, because you're not just running through mud, but actually doing what your body can do. I'm Chris Spieler, and I am Progenics.
Like Fitness Truth on Facebook to see our daily workouts, great articles, and photos. Post your own scores and chart your progress so that we can cheer you on as you reach your goals. It's not just another Facebook page, it's a lifestyle.
All right, get ready. Right here, right here. Down, down, down. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ball started. Ball started.
Bobcat.
How you holding up, Tom?
Good, real good. It's a great, add the swim into it. It's a great workout. Something we don't do often. Should do more. Really good workout. We're starting to figure out how to pace it now. How to pace it a little bit. You don't want to go too fast and beat your swimmer by too much. But a good team's gonna have all the reps finished when that swimmer comes back. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, big sir.
So I think every team tried to set it up to where they were going to have their strongest swimmer swimming 3 times.
How about he might swim? Are you good? Yeah, but you're stronger. You're stronger, so maybe you should do one of these 3 times.
Because you don't want me doing 95-pound thrusters twice.
Okay, then you do thrusters 3 times. Yeah, he's a pretty good swimmer then. That way, the 2 of us will swim 3 times.
If she has to swim it, we want her to be our 3-time swimmer. We don't want her thrustering 3 times.
Yeah, no, we don't want her thrustering.
Yeah, we don't want her thrustering 3 times for sure.
I'll do thrusters 3 times. Really don't want to. No, you don't have to.
Oh, you need the strongest thruster.
Oh, you have to do. Somebody has to do something 3 times.
Who is the strongest at 95 doing thrusters?
Alan's our strongest swimmer.
I can do that.
So we got Ellie leading off as our swimmer, Mari on the medicine ball throw, Clay on the thruster, and me on the kettlebell. Seems like a good way to go, and I think our strategy is going to pay off.
Alan, how you?
Good job, Ellie.
How you holding up?
Feeling good, real good. I think our team was real strategic. I'm doing the 3 of the thrusters. Claire's doing 3 swims. We're gonna be in great shape. We're gonna be contenders. It's gonna be close now.
So when it's time to start the workout, everybody's going to start on their station, and this first round is going to be very interesting because nobody knows how long it's going to take the swimmer to actually swim the distance and get back. We were just trying to make sure that we could get all the reps done by the time the swimmer came back, and I knew that Ellie was our swimmer. She's a college All-American, and we better go fast.
Bottom up. No it's over here. I was swimming straight with the pole. That was when we started bumping.
You get a feeling of how you pace.
Just a little.
When Ellie's there, you better go fast.
What
do you got? CrossFit is a sport for everyone. All the workouts are infinitely scalable, and there are just as many women out there enjoying CrossFit and getting great results from it as there are men. Here in Chattanooga, we have a group of girls that enjoys CrossFit. The CrossFit Brigade team had 2 women on their team, and I was really happy to see that because it's important for everybody to understand that this is for women as well. On my team, I had Patrick St. Charles' sister Ellie, who was an incredibly gifted swimmer. She swam for the University of Alabama, so when we said there was going to be swimming in the workout, she was like, yeah, I'm in.
I was a swimmer on most of it. I swam in college, so that's why they picked me to do that leg. And it's just strategy since I have the most experience in my swimming, and I'm new to CrossFit, so this is my first time doing some of the thrusters and the kettlebells. So it was tough. It was good though. I had a lot of fun doing it.
She did an outstanding job, and for her first time to ever do something like that, man, she was hanging with the guys. She was hanging with people that have been CrossFitting for years. on Alan's team, we had Claire Hunt. Now, I grew up with Claire. She was my next door neighbor all through my childhood, and she's an excellent swimmer. So she has been kind of getting more involved in CrossFit. She's been getting stronger and better and faster at everything she's doing. And she also happens to be married to Wyatt, who is one of the RRL members.
It's nice of Wyatt to come out and cheer on his wife.
Good job, Claire. Somebody's gonna watch the kids. Today, that's me.
So when I'm on the kettlebell, I know that when I finish that, I'm probably gonna be waiting around for a moment before I get tagged, but I know that I'm gonna have to sprint to the water and swim as hard as I can, and that may allow me to make up a little bit of time, maybe catch up to another team.
Well, that's what it's all about, though. It's about swimming.
Yeah. Well, I'm a sinker, not a swimmer.
In my opinion, the single most important thing that you can do as far as nutrition or diet is concerned is make sure that you're properly hydrated, and most people aren't. Now, as a baseline, an absolute baseline, you can take this simple rule of thumb. Take your body weight, and you need to drink half your body weight in ounces per day. So I weigh 170 pounds. I need to drink 85 ounces of water, and what you see right here represents 85 ounces of water. Now I need to drink this every single day. In the summertime, when I'm going to be outside a lot, I'm going to be sweating more, it's warmer outside, I'm also training, I'm going to add to that all the way up to my body weight. So I'm going to drink 170 ounces as a baseline in the summertime. In the wintertime, I can probably get away with less because I'm not sweating as much. Now, one of the things that can happen is if you're training every morning or every afternoon, you're active, you're outside, and you are drinking your baseline of water every single day. You think, okay, at 170 pounds, I need to drink 85 ounces of water. That's fine for the wintertime or most days. But if you're training hard in the morning, you're sweating a lot, you're putting this 85 ounces of water into your body, but you're actually losing more than that over the course of a day. You don't feel it today, you don't feel it tomorrow, but after about 2 weeks, you suffer from cumulative dehydration, which means that, over the course of time, your body's becoming drier and drier and drier until you actually start suffering the effects from dehydration, which are headaches, just an overall feeling of fatigue. There's nothing that makes you feel better than being properly hydrated. You'll also find that you're not eating as much because a lot of people misinterpret the signal of being thirsty for being hungry and they go directly for something to eat. Try this for about 2 weeks. Send me a letter, go to our website, send us an email. Let us know how you feel when you're properly hydrated.
Go harder. No, it's over here. I'm swimming straight for the pole.
So on my first round through the entire circuit, I started on the kettlebell swings, move on to the swimming, hit the medicine ball throw, and finish up with the thrusters. And I find myself back on the kettlebell swings. I'm starting to get winded, and I'm really kind of doubting, wondering how I'm going to react to that second round in the water. And I'll tell you what, it was hard.
For me, the thruster is the hardest part. I got a long way to go down. The thruster is the hardest part for me, but everything else evened it out pretty well. Doing it as a team made it sort of smoothed it out, made it a lot of fun.
How'd it go?
Well, it depends on what part of it. The swim competently didn't drown, so I guess that's the important thing. But everything else was good. It was fun. It was a good event.
It's gonna be a tough swim in.
Good job, Al.
Who do I got to swim against? Alan? You're done?
Yep.
So you guys won? As soon as Claire hits, you win?
As soon as Curtis runs and he's done.
Let's go.
Come on, Curtis.
Come on, Emily.
Come on, Curtis.
You sure you don't have to do something again?
Yeah, right there. If Bobcat's done.
What was the fastest?
Alan, he was like 24:57. Alan's 24:57.
Claire was the X Factor. She killed.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Team rap feet.
Yeah.
Good job, RL. Yep.
I definitely noticed a difference with Progenics. The biggest things I noticed was, one, I wasn't quite as sore the next day, and I just felt more fresh for the next workout. And it just makes your next workout more productive, because you're not just running through mud, but actually doing what your body can do. I'm Chris Spieler, and I am Progenics.
That was perfect for what we wanted to do today. It's exactly the kind of workout that I wanted to put out there for everybody. I know that people really enjoyed it. I know that it was out of everybody's comfort zone, and it made everybody do something that they probably wouldn't have done on a Saturday morning. We got that one extra workout in. We increased the intensity by bringing some competition to the table, and we also threw in an element of swimming, which very few of any of the people that were here today ever swim for exercise.
We need to do this more often.
Yeah, this is fun. I had a great time.
Saturday morning team workouts. That's
well, that's a good way to start a day.
Yeah, I feel great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, wrong day to work out.
Shoot. No, I don't want to see you guys for a while.
Yeah. Enjoy your weekend.
I know how to play.
Let's do it next year.
All in, all in. USA on 3. 1, 2, 3.
USA!
Yeah, we're patriotic. Team America. 4th of July.
Yeah.
At the end, I felt really good about it because I felt like, you know, a lot of my guys saw that there were other CrossFitters out there. I think a lot of the other CrossFitters at those gyms saw that, hey, there's a grassroots movement going on. It's not just here in these gyms that we're in. And, you know, you kind of get a sense of the community. And I think that today was a big step towards building that community. Eventually, we're going to have a lot more throwdowns just like this.